It's very shocking to see how a lot of people make decent pay, yet they're broke the minute the next pay doesn't come in. This goes to show that it's not how much you make that is important, but very important is what you do with the money that you make. Here are 5 money habits that you have that are probably keeping you poor. The very first and top on my list is this: not saving. Many times people think that because they make a lot of money, it means that that money would always keep coming. So they forget that they have to save. It's very important that if you want to remain rich, you've got to save. And there are 2 types of saving that has to be top on your list. First of all, you have to save for emergencies. Now, emergencies fall under anything that could happen that necessarily you don't have to plan for. So, for example, you fall sick tomorrow. How are you going to take care of yourself? What is going to be your out of pocket when you get to the hospital? Let's say, for example, you are driving and your tire gets busted. How are you going to fix that? Let's say, for example, something unexpected just comes up. How are you going to take care of that emergency? So you've got to have savings for emergency out of your paycheck. So whether you're a 9 to 5 employee or you're an entrepreneur, you've got to save for what we call the rainy day, whether it comes or not. You've got to save for that emergency. Emergency fund gives you peace of mind because you know that even if anything goes wrong, at least you will not be stranded. You would have some type of money that you can always pull out from to sort that immediate bill. Now, you can imagine if you're an entrepreneur, there's so many unexpected charges that could come at you anytime. So what happens when a fee that you're not expecting just shows up in your business? How are you going to cater for it? And for those of us that are 9 to 5 employees, how are you going to take care of the things that you're not really planning for? That is the importance of emergency funds. So no matter how much you have or how much you make, if you're not saving for emergencies, if you're not saving for the rainy day, the minute the next pay doesn't show up, you are going to be stranded, you're going to be overwhelmed, you're going to be frustrated because you don't have any money in your bank account. Now, the second type of savings that is very important for you to pay attention to is having an expense account. Now, on a month-to-month basis, you definitely know how much, or I'm hoping that you know how much money you spend on expenses, from your rent to your mortgage, to your car, to your insurance, to feeding, groceries, school fees, whatever it is that is an expense in your life. You've got to have an expense account where you're taking a percentage from your current pay and putting into that account. That account gives you peace of mind. I call the account the peace of mind account, even though it's an expense account. This is the peace of mind account that if today I don't have any money coming in, I have saved up enough that would last me for 6 months. I've saved up enough that will last me almost a year, because today that I'm making money, I'm taking bits and pieces of that money and throwing it into that account. That account is not touchable. That account is for days when I am stranded and I don't have any source of income coming in, and I've got to pay my rent. I've got to pay for my car. I've got to pay for groceries. I've got to pay for electricity, or I've got to pay for one bill or the other. These 2 types of savings are very important, and many people are not saving this way. Hence why they will remain poor, or hence why they will be broke the minute they stop making money. Making money is the first step towards securing a financial freedom, but what you do with that money is extremely important. And so it's important that if you want to experience true financial freedom, saving for emergencies and having an expense account is crucial for your life. Now, the second money habit that is keeping many people poor is this: they are not investing their money. The only way your money can grow is when you invest the money. Your money is not going to grow just by you saving it in the bank. You've got to do something with that money. You've got to find out, how can I double this income? How can I even increase the money that I already have right now? So you've got to think of investment opportunities. So whether it's real estate, whether you want to buy stocks, whether you want to kick off a business, whatever it is that can be a source of investment to you, you need to think about it. Many people are not thinking about it in today's time, most especially the 9-to-5 people. We think that we'll keep getting this big paycheck at the end of the month or every 2 weeks. And so we forget about investing. We forget about savings because we know 2 weeks come next Friday, I'm going to get that check in my account and I'm going to go do whatever it is that I want to do with that money. That's not how life works. There's always a time when we get out of a job or we want to change a job. Sometimes the unexpected just happens. And sometimes we may just be out of a job. And you don't want to be out of a job and be broke at the same time. At least you want to be in that sane mind where you can be well rested and you're able to have the clarity to find your next job or to figure out what you want to do with your life. And when you don't invest what you're making right now, there is no guarantee that you will not be broke tomorrow. So the best way to secure your future is to ensure that you are investing out of what you're making right now. So figure out how much you want to save towards investment. Sometimes you might have an investment that will cost a lot of money that you might need to save towards that investment. So open an investment account where you're saving a percentage of how much you're earning today into that account and ensure that you're actively investing part of your money. It gives you peace of mind. It's very important. And even if you're an entrepreneur, it's important that you are investing out of your income after sorting out your expenses for your business. So this is one money habit that many people are guilty of. And this is the reason why many people are broke despite the money that they've made in the past. Now, another money habit that keeps many people poor is paying themselves last or not even paying themselves at all. Many times we don't know that we need to reward ourselves for all the hard work over the month. You've got to pay yourself first. So if you are a 9-to-5 employee and you get your salary every 2 weeks or every month, it's important that you determine the percentage of amount that you want to pay yourself. Now, this is the money that you get to spend however you like it. This is the money that if you want to buy shoes, you want to buy bags, you want to go on vacation, that is where that money is going to come from. So you've got to be intentional about saving for yourself. And this is saving to spend on whatever you desire. Save for that. Otherwise, if you don't save and reward yourself for your hard work, you're going to spend whatever money you find in your account, whether that money is money for expenses, whether that money is, for school fees, you just end up spending that money. And then you're fretting, you're overwhelmed, you're wondering how you're going to get, that money to then pay for that important thing. But if you have proper planning, you will never be in a stage where you are overwhelmed. You'll never be in a stage where you are frustrated because you are down on cash. So it's important that you're paying yourself first. You work, you deserve to be rewarded. You're an entrepreneur, you've hustled day and night. It's important that you pay yourself first. And so figure out what percentage that will be and ensure that you're paying yourself and you're only spending from that bucket of money for your lifestyle. That is the money that is maintaining your lifestyle. And if that money is not enough, then that only gives you a clue that you've got to earn more. You've got to double down and figure out how you can multiply your stream of income. Now, another money habit that is very detrimental to your finances is having too much debt. And this is one mistake many people that make a lot of money make. I've also fallen guilty to this trap. One time I had so much credit card debt that I couldn't even believe that I had this much debt. And that was because I was making so much money. And so I would just keep swiping, knowing fully well that in 2 weeks, I'm going to get paid. And so I'm going to have the next money. And then one day I sat down like, how did I owe this much? And then I was like, you know what? This is bad habit. I've got to get rid of this. Now, imagine if during that phase of my life, let's say I lost a job, or maybe one of my businesses was not doing well, how would I have survived? So let's always think of sometimes the extreme situations. I know that we don't wish for extreme situations, on ourselves, but we have to think that what if I don't have another source of income to repay those debts? It's important that we're not taking on so much debt on ourselves. Now, I live in a society where credit card is easily available to everyone. And if you're not careful, you're going to swipe your credit card on the most irrelevant thing, right? So you've got to be very careful Do not acquire so much debt because you've got to pay back. And guess what? It's going to cost you a lot to pay back because the interest rates are out of this world. Credit card has almost 30% interest rate. So imagine you go to the grocery store and you go swipe your card and you spend $500. You're going to pay 30% of that $500 by the time you pay back that $500. So it's very important that you're spending what you earn. You're spending what you have. Live within your means. And that takes me to the next money habit that keeps us poor. When we start living large, when we're living like the Joneses, where we're living like our neighbors who have arrived. If you have not arrived, wait for your time, wait for your turn, work hard, keep pushing. All of these things are not important. So don't stress yourself. Don't try to live the life that you don't have your finances to support. You don't have to keep shopping every week. You don't have to keep traveling every other month. It is not necessary, especially if you don't have the money to support that lifestyle. It's very important that if you want to be financially buoyant, you've got to take care of your expenses. And it starts with living within your means. You know how much you make. So why are you spending much more than you make? Where are you going to get the extra money from? That's what leads us to acquiring debt, spending on credit card, buying plane tickets on credit card, buying bags on credit card, buying shoes on credit card. And before you know it, you already own under $1,000 on credit card debts, which on a good day, if you had under $1,000, I'm sure you're not going to be wasting it buying back. You probably would have gotten real estate or something more beneficial to your finances. So let's be careful how we acquire those debts, and let's ensure that we're spending within our means. Now, the very last money habit that is keeping many of us poor today is the fact that we don't have any financial education. Many of us are not even taking out the time to become literate when it comes to our finances. Many people still don't have budgets today. They just spend money as it comes. They don't even know what the ratio is, their income versus their expenses. They don't have a money tracker. They don't know how things are going out of their accounts, how things are coming in. They're just spending and reacting to everything around them. That's not how life works. You can't be on top of your finances if you spend that way. So if you want to make this share intentional, if you want to be on top of your finances, and if you want to get that financial freedom that you desire, you've got to cut those money habits and start building the right behaviors towards your finances. I hope today's video has been extremely beneficial. Thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to catch you on my next video. Thank you so much. Bye.